What's up? Back with the Asia trade recap. I was feeling like Yao Ming during this one, low key, and during Asia sesh. You know what I'm saying? Felt like I was in an anime, but we gonna get into it. So I hopped on the charts at like 12:30. So I was doing something. I forgot what I was doing, but we hopped on the charts, and first and foremost, I went up on the higher time frames, and I see we're pretty close to all-time highs. So I'm kind of inherently bullish, inherently bullish. But the 4 hour didn't really help me much for my drawn liquidity, and we had this 1 hour high. So that's what I was looking at: this 1 hour high and this 1 hour swing low. So kind of trading this range right here. And since I was inherently bullish, I see we invalidated this 1 hour gap here. We invalidated that 1 hour gap, so just basically confirming my bullish bias. So at that point, I scaled down to the 5 minute, and I hopped on like right around here. I didn't really see anything on the 5 minute other than this displacement lower. So I went up to the 15 minute, and at first, I seen this fat 15 minute inverse and fair value gap. So my thinking was, okay, if we respect this gap, we're gonna want to go lower, and if we disrespect this gap, we're gonna want to go higher. But that immediately got switched to only bullish bias after I seen this 30-minute gap, because what really happened on the higher time frames, because you got to remember higher time frames hold higher power, right? We really just retraced into the 30-minute gap, which coincidentally made this 15-minute gap, right? So now I was completely bullish, and I was just waiting for an entry, and I wasn't really too concerned about this 15-minute gap, because I figured, okay, we wouldn't have respected the 30-minute gap, right? We would have just ripped lower, and that basically got confirmed right in this little piece of consolidation. So we had this nice move up into the 15-minute, right? And we made a 3-minute gap here, which we respected. And at this point, I was just waiting for some type of like another green displacement candle. So I knew that it was time to go long, and we had the 3 minute. So I put my stop at the low of this candle here because it was only 7 points. I mean, I could have put it at the bottom of this gap and we would have been fine, but I just wanted to play it safe because it was only 7 points. I ended up putting like 5 cons on this. So I went down to the 1 minute, and I was just waiting for a nice displacement candle, which we got right here. So I entered right here, and yeah, we immediately ripped up. I'm not gonna lie, this chop scared me for a bit, because I was like, okay, too many times have I gotten my take profit edged just for it to chop and then reverse. So I did want to pull out here, but I decided, okay, I'm only risking, like, this was like $70, so I just went break even. It's like, all right, I'm just gonna let it ride. And after a couple minutes of chop, we ended up pulling higher and taking out these hourly highs. So that was nice, and we ended up actually crushing my higher time frame, like my higher target, which is nice. So we know we had the draw and liquidity correct. But it was a pretty simple trade. Not my normal setup. I kind of use more discretion on this one. So yeah, but I'm very happy with this trade. And even if it lost, I wouldn't have been mad at it because I liked my idea. I think I had a pretty good analysis on this one. And we technically did have like a mini continuation setup here minus the inverse, because we retraced back into this 3 minute and into the 30 minute, which basically told me, and we inversed this 5 minute too. So that was another thing. Everything was screaming higher prices. So yeah, nice little Asia session trade. I'll probably trade tomorrow too. FOMC. Might full port, who knows, because I'm trying to pass this eval. I'm still down like $100 or $200 or no, $130. So maybe we'll make a band and a half tomorrow. We will see, but I appreciate you guys tuning in, and I'm going to go ahead and end it off here. Peace out.